This is a place for planting, for digging, for harvesting, for relaxing. It's a place to get your hands dirty, but most of all, it's about having fun. And that's what you'll always have when you're in the garden with Doug Oster. You want a green thumb too, don't you? Welcome to the jungle that is Chapon's greenhouse in Baldwin. Today we're going to learn all about keeping our gardening passion going while it's cold outside. We are here with Danielle Chapon. She is one of the owners managers at Chapon's greenhouse.
Yes.
Danielle,
Hi,
thanks
Doug.
for having us.
Sure.
Well, the garden season's over,
Yes.
but there's lots of stuff we can still do to keep our hands dirty, and I wanted to talk about houseplants today. First off, if it's a houseplant, that means generally it's pretty easy to grow?
Most of the time, yeah.
So what would the lighting requirements be first?
Honestly, it's mostly bright, indirect light.
So like by a window or
By a
something
window,
like that?
yeah, just make sure it's not too drafty.
And then water-wise?
Water-wise, maybe once a week. You just kind of have to feel in there, maybe stick your finger down in the soil, feel if it's moist or not. And yeah, just let them dry out in between waterings.
So tell me about your houseplant operation. You have lots of plants or not many? Because you work with plants all day long.
I have some at home,
Yeah.
but we have a lot down here to choose from, so I kind of just take care of them here
And
instead.
it fills the air with oxygen,
Yes.
cleans out the air, which is a good thing. Let's talk about some basic plants that anybody can grow.
Okay, so your spider plants,
All right.
they're super easy.
And they look good, don't they? They look better than they used to. There's like variegation on them now.
Yes, yes.
So, yeah, spider plant, you can't kill that, right?
You really can't,
Okay,
no. And they're
good.
great for your office too.
Oh, yeah.
If you need
Well,
some...
like if you had this fluorescent light, could probably keep it going?
Oh yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah. Another one is pothos.
And again, it's just so pretty
Yes.
with the variegation
Marble
on there.
foliage.
Yeah.
And this is another variety. It's kind of like a chartreuse and a green foliage.
Cool, cool. Now, you got some other plants up here. One of them that I'm interested in is the Coleus.
Yes.
Because that's usually, we grow that outdoors as a bedding plant.
Yes.
But since it's a shade lover,
Yeah, it works well in the house. So you can actually have that outside all spring and then just kind of bring it in and have it as a house plant.
fun one for making cuttings too.
Oh yes.
And here's your traditional Christmas cactus.
Yes, they're beautiful.
You can make them bloom because you have
Yes.
the perfect light. A lot of times we get them as the next year they're a Thanksgiving or Easter cactus.
Yes. Yes.
But again, you know, super easy, easy to grow. But one of my favorite plants is the Cyclamen, but I'll tell you what, I can't always keep it going. You know, they'll bloom for a while and then they'll kind of go into dormancy. So
Yes.
tell me, I know you grow this one at home.
Yeah.
How do you keep this one looking that pretty?
I love them. You know what? I just fertilize. Fertilizing is huge with them. Something with high phosphorus, so that high middle number will do it pretty good. I mean,
So for this guy, even in the winter when there's not a lot of light, it's okay to throw a little bit of that, what is it, bud and bloom?
bud and bloom, yes.
Yeah, bud and bloom.
Yeah, it's 52% phosphorus, so that has a
Okay,
lot of
so
phosphorus.
the center number is for blooming.
Yes,
All right.
yes.
And
You
so
want to
that
have
could-
something that's high with middle number.
And then for this guy, is there special watering for him, or?
Yes, so you want to actually, if you have it in a pot, you want to take it out and water it from the bottom. So you want to fill it up under here, let it sit in there for maybe 5-10 minutes, and it'll
So
take up the
you
water.
either take the foil off or you have
Yes.
some holes in there.
Yeah, sit it in a dish, have it take up some water for about 5-10 minutes, drain out the water, and yeah, and then you do that once a week, and that will keep it nice and watered. You don't want to water it from the top because it will start to rot.
Yeah, okay. Now, houseplants were big in my day in the 70s, 1970s. But now they've really come back. And there are so many cool foliage plants. Talk about those a little bit.
Yeah, so this one right here is an orange spider plant. It's actually in the spider plant family, in this guy's family here.
Same toughness?
Same toughness.
Oh,
It doesn't
man,
need a
that's so
lot of
cool
light.
looking.
It likes to dry out in between waterings and has that really cool, just like Mandarin orange stems to it. I think it's really neat.
In the front there.
Yes.
That seems to be what I've seen a lot of are pinks and variegated pinks
Yes.
with green. What is that plant?
That is a Chinese evergreen, and it's actually a holiday variety, so it kind of is timely with Christmas and everything coming around.
And then if you want something that really makes a statement,
Yes, you get this Dracena. It's called tropical snow. It gets a flower on it. So does this one, just like your peace lily flowers. So just that really pretty white
Wow.
flower on it. Yeah, they're really nice.
there's one more plant though that I have to talk about. That is a Coleus thing.
Oh, one of my favorites.
And is it really a coconut?
It is a coconut. It is a coconut palm.
Slow grower?
Slow grower. Yes.
How about as far as toughness?
Pretty tough. You just kind of want it to let it dry out in between waterings, and it loves the full bright sun. So in front of a window, for sure.
We're going to get away from the table, and I want to walk right over there
Sure.
and show people those plants in the hanging baskets, because
Great.
I get a lot of questions about those.
Okay,
All
great.
right. You know, looking around, we've really just scratched the surface with all the different plants we have here, but I get a lot of questions about these ferns. A lot of people will take them out, bring them back in. When they come back in, it's hard on them because the light changes. How do you keep yours going all winter long? Is there anything special to do with them?
I mean, I'll repot mine into a larger pot, so you don't need to water it as often, and it kind of keeps its moisture. Yeah, that's what I usually do, and just kind of fertilize it with a multi-purpose fertilizer.
Well, I think here's one thing we don't have to worry about the kids touching, because,
Yes.
but it's not just cactus. Succulents can be lots of other plants, right?
Oh yeah.
And certainly, if you don't think you have a green thumb, here's something that you could grow.
Yes.
But as we said, they are killed with too much water, too much fertilizer.
Mm-hmm.
So in a plant like this, how do you take care of it?
Honestly, we water it about like once a month, maybe once every 2-3 weeks. It just depends on how warm your house is, you know, and how humid it is, and that kind of dictates how much water they need.
And they've really, again, this has become a popular plant for growing inside because of all the different textures and shapes and sizes. It's very cool.
Yes, and even colors too.
Definitely the grafted ones.
Yes, I think they're so neat.
They are beautiful. All right, Danielle.
All right, nice
Thank
seeing
you
you,
so
Doug.
much, and I think you and I are going to poke around here a little bit longer. I got to
yes.
see a few other things.
Great.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, it really is a jungle in here. For more information about everything we talked about today, check me out online. It's where you can find other blog posts, photos, and videos. Now, until next week, I'm going to join Danielle, and we're going to explore the wonderful world of indoor plants. We'll see you then.